Hey everyone, it's Sly47 here. So today's video kind of went sideways, to say the least. So I was making the video kind of in my more traditional formulaic way, putting gameplay video of everything on there, and as I watched it, I didn't really enjoy it at all. It wasn't really something I could be proud of. So I said, it's summer. Let's lay back a little bit, put our feet up on the desk, take our notes, maybe get a cat on a lap if she decides this take she wants to be on it or not, and let's just talk about some free shit in this game. Like that, I think there's a lot of focus on premium ships in this game because, of course, we have access to our press accounts, which allow us to try out different things and test premiums in ways that most players can't. So I just said, screw it, we need to talk about free ship. In this game. I think that needs to be kind of covered more because there's a lot of good free stuff in this game. You don't need to spend a dime on this game, in my opinion, and you'll still have a darn good time. So, put your legs up, have a drink, let's talk about some free stuff. Love to know, of course, in the comment section down below which ones you would choose, because I am going to break this out into different categories within destroyers and light cruisers, heavy cruisers, battleships, and everything like that. Just going to chit-chat, I'm going to put some gameplay in the background, have a good time, have a few sips, and let's get into it. I'm going to let editing Sly take care of all of the ship icons and informations and such. He'll be doing just fine after I have a few more sips. So, the best free destroyers in this game. So destroyers are meant to be sneaky. They're meant to be kind of the little annoying mosquitoes in the game going around and absolutely owning stuff with their torpedoes and or guns. So let's focus on the guns first, actually, because I think we all know the torpedo category here. But for gunboats in this game, if you had to ask me what gunboat should I pick up if I want to shoot things and occasionally drop a bunch of torps on them, all while being that annoying little mosquito in the game, I gotta go with the Kiev or the Delny. This entire line, it gets really good at those tiers because you finally get very usable torpedoes. But the guns, the gun arcs, it's very comfortable to play, and let alone you can run a speed build on them and basically make them semi-French type of idea. I know a few people will definitely choose the Kleber line, but to me, just the Delny line is so much easier in general. It just feels better, in my opinion. The Kleber line is fun. I definitely will thoroughly suggest it as well, but to me, I'd have to suggest the Kiev or the Delny. They are just fantastic gunboats in this. If you are just wanting to stay at range, pelt things, AP, HE, doesn't matter. Throw some torpedoes out to zone out and get some people, or go fishing and stuff like that. You're really good. You're going to have a good time with the Delny and that, and or that, other things. Well, let's say you want to fight fire with fire. You want to be a destroyer hunter because you've been maybe in your battleships and a bunch of Shimikazes or Akazukis, everything like that, Fubukis have been just bombing you out of games with those torpedoes. Let's talk about the DD Hunters. I have to go with the Regolo line. It's slightly better, in my opinion, than Z52 line. Slightly. Just slightly. The sap damage these things can push out, let alone with pretty decent long-range torpedoes, which, depending on the tier and everything like that, the Germans just don't have. So I would say the Regolo line, the 8 is kind of, skip that one. That one, until they fix the darn turret bug, it's not going to be fun. But yeah, realistically, the entire Regolo line is just a great time. I don't think I've heard too many bad things about any of them, and I'd suggest that. So if you're wanting to kill some DDs, specifically hunt those suckers down, and still be pretty good, yeah, Regolo is right there for you. Let's go with Firebreathing. This one's going to be a harder one because I think there's a lot of good Firebreathing premium destroyers, but regular tech tree, they're kind of hit or miss. I'd go with Akazuki. I would. I don't know if I would suggest going all the way to Harugumo. Kitakaze is not bad, but it's still tier 9, that tier 9 problem there. But Kitakaze, that is an excellent fire starting, fun DD for tier 8. Still, I'd say fairly in the meta these days, but it can be shut down if you just sit in your smoke. Just don't sit in smoke. That's basically what I would highly suggest. Torpedo boat, I think we all know it. We all know it. It's a Shimikaze line. The entire thing, except for the tier 9, the Yugumo, yeah, Yugumo. I would suggest the Kagura. Akazuki's right there, but I want to put that in a different category because I'm kind of going unique on each category that I have. I don't want to have too much overlap. But for torpedoes, Kagura is a fantastic tier 8 torpedo boat. If you want to hit your torpedoes, you want to hit your floods, everything like that, it's a pretty solid time, let alone, once again, that tier 7 is fantastic. Tier 6 is just definitely more of a torp boat as well, so you could also just go to Fubuki and do with that. I've enjoyed that entire grind up there. So if you're looking for a torpedo boot and being that sneaky little bugger that's going around dropping torpedoes on everyone and being very stealthy, that one's right for you. Next category, not a DD. So this is not a destroyer, but they definitely act like destroyers. This is the HMS Minotaur line. These are. They are. Like, period. They are. I specifically highlight the Fiji and the Neptune. Edinburgh is kind of wishy-washy these days. It's still good. Don't knock it. It's just aging and such. But the Minotaur, Fiji, just solid. And you can play them like DDs, being very sneaky and choosing when you want to fight, how you want to fight. Their torpedoes are fairly good for their tiers, especially the Neptunes, where you have 16 of them. Minotaur is the creme de la creme. It's just perfect. It is great. Highly would suggest that line. If you're wanting to play something a little bit bigger, a little bit higher risk, a lot of people are going, "Where's Genon?" That's for another video. Okay, I don't view them as purely DDs like the minnows can in the same way. So I'm trying to make these unique. Okay, so. Now for overall, this one's going to be the highly contested one, in my opinion. A lot of people are going to disagree or agree with me on this one. So for overall best DDs, you want to have the best destroyer that does everything you'd want a destroyer to do in a game. Here are my suggestions for anyone who's wanting a free-to-play through gameplay of World of Warships Blitz, and that would be the Shenyang. Shenyang is the first one that comes off my bat. The guns are fantastic. The support system the skills that it has, fantastic. Torpedoes, devastating for its tier, though it is not. They're deep water, so it's not regular torpedoes. So you have to know how to do that. But yeah, Shenyang, absolutely fantastic for its tier. It got a slight nerf a while back, but still I think holds top of 8, even with the premiums there going after it. So. Highly would suggest it. Right after that, let's go over a few other ones that we can go over. Jervis is an excellent one, and on top of it is I'd say the most meta tech tree ship in this game, which is the Daring. Don't even need to buy anything for it. It is fantastic off the bat. So I would definitely suggest going up the Daring line. Jervis is a great place to stop. A lot of people do love the Lightning or the Jutland. But Daring is another fantastic one. Highly would suggest it. And now let's just say you're wanting a little bit of something different. Udaloy or Akazuki. So, what do those bring that the others don't? So, in my opinion, as much as the Shenyang is what I'd say is most meta DD in this game besides Daring, Jervis isn't too far behind it. Udaloy and Akazuki are just amazing. Which is odd to say, especially when one's supposed to be a torpedo boat. But it's guns. The Akazuki's guns are fantastic. And then the Udaloy is reversed. The torps shouldn't be as good as they are. Because the guns are fantastic. But you just flood areas with your Mahan layout torps. The Udaloy is so good that it's basically, you also don't even go for the grows. Though I do enjoy the grows. It's not as good as tier for tier for the Udaloy. But the Akazuki, I love it. I find it a great overall DD if you're wanting something to actually do just about everything. Jervis technically is better for its tier, but you have to like those single launch torpedoes. So if you're just looking for a standard DD that has good guns, good torpedoes, and especially has regular torpedoes, the Akazuki Udaloy are right there. They are super good for their tiers. Highly would suggest it. But yeah, that's kind of all my category. Let me see if I can read my handwriting still. But yeah, that's the best free DDs in the game, in my opinion, for those different categories. Let me know yours down below. Let me know if there's a category I missed as well that you think is in there. If you're noticing something that's missing, specifically European, that is in another video. Once again, kind of doing that unique stuff right there. And those are what I believe are kind of the better or best free ships for destroyers in this game. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below, what your ships are. Let me know if I missed any categories specifically. And also, let me know which ones you agree on, disagree on, which ones you would suggest to other players. Kind of wanted to try out a new format here, see how it works. It's summer, let's relax, let's have a good drink, you know, especially a nice cold drink on a nice hot summer day. It's always nice to have, and just chill with friends. And hopefully, if this format does go well, I kind of want to do more stuff like this, especially bringing on other streamers and stuff like that, or other content creators, and just relax and chill with some gameplay in the background, just having a good time. It's summer, that time of year to have that. I know for those in the southern hemisphere, I know it's winter for you, sorry. But for us, we're sweating our butts off in a room that is now probably about 80 degrees right now. Because yeah, it's warm. It's warm here in Michigan. So hopefully y'all have a wonderful day. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, like it, hit subscribe if you haven't. And also hit that notification bell to see whenever a new video or stream goes live. Have a great day, everyone. Special shout out to the YouTube subscribers, Patreon subscribers, and Super Chatters for all the support. And thank you to everyone for allowing all this to happen. Road to 2,000 right now is on. It's going to be a blast. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.